Okay, can you hear me, everyone? Let us know that you can hear my voice by saying hello. Hey, can you hear me, everyone? Let us know that you can hear my voice by saying hello. Hey, can you hear me, everyone? Let us know that you can hear my voice by saying hello. Hey, can you hear me, everyone? Let us know that you can hear my voice by saying hello. Hey, can you hear me, everyone? Let us know that you can hear my voice by saying hello. Hey, can you hear me, everyone? Mute my computer. Give us just 1 second, guys. Mute my... Okay, can you guys still hear me? Okay, thank you for joining me today for a webinar about the app Story Creator. My name is Takesha Jones, and I will be your presenter today. A little bit about me and what I'm working with as far as technology goes. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Keeley Elementary and Garland ISD. I have 1 teacher desktop computer. I have a printer, a document camera, a projector, 1 teacher iPad, 1 Chromebook that was provided through the instructional technology department, 3 student Chromebooks that I have in my classroom, and we just received 6 iPads for each kindergarten classroom. So as you can see, we have a pretty good amount of technology that our students are provided in our classrooms. So a little bit about Story Creator. Story Creator is an app that students can use to create and narrate their own stories using photos or pictures. It encourages students to write while hearing themselves speak at the same time. It provides opportunities for students to be... It went off. Give us just a second, guys. Not sure what happened. Stop mirroring. Yeah. Was it showing? It wasn't. If at any point during this live broadcast, if you're unable to see me or hear me, please put in the comments that you can't hear me or you can't see what's going on the screen. I have a moderator here, Vanessa, my i3 partner, and she will be able to help me get things back up and running. So hopefully you guys can see this about screen. I'll start where I stop. Story Creator also provides opportunities for students to be imaginative and creative while learning foundations of writing and storytelling. And adults can use it to tell stories about events or even leave instructions on how to complete a task. So as a parent, you could use it to leave chores or directions for what you want your kiddos to do when they arrive home. Teachers can use it to leave instructions for students at new learning stations, different things like that. I think I touched base on that on the next slide. So teachers can use Story Creator to encourage student creativity in writing, to give instructions for a task or skill, to introduce new learning stations or centers, and to tell a story about an event that they all participated in, like field trip or field day. And I use those two because we have those coming up next week. All right, and these are the instructional standards for students that this app does cover. So I am going to exit from PowerPoint and I'm going to go ahead and open up the Story Creator app. All right, so I've already started so that we could kind of cut time so that I could make sure that I did show you enough about the app. I've started on a project, but I'm going to add to it as we go along. So whenever you get into the app, when you're ready to create your story, you'll hit this plus sign at the very bottom of your screen. So I'm going to hit it right there. And so you will either add a story, download a backup of a story, or download a shared story, like a story that was shared with you. So I'm going to add story. When you add story, you'll see that a book pops up and you'll be able to edit the settings for this book. So you can give it a title. You can choose a photo for the cover of the story. If you want the editing to be locked, like you don't want anyone to be able to edit it, you can lock it. If you want it to autoplay, like you want it to go from page to page, you can also do that. And then if you made a mistake and you really were not trying to create this book, then you can go ahead and you can hit the delete button where it says delete book. So once you've done that, you click outside of the book. The book is right there. If you'd like to look at that information or edit it again, click on the I in the top right-hand corner, and those book settings will come back up for you. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to the one that I've started on. And it's called The Two Fairies. And it's a picture book illustrated by a student here at school. And basically what she did was told a story through her pictures. So with this creator app, the Story Creator app, what she can do is add the text to her picture or to her pictures, or she can just read the story or tell the story with her voice. So you'll see how to do that as we go through. So when you get ready to add a picture, see, I went here and I clicked on choose photo. You can go to your most recent photos, your photo album, whatever, and you go to the different sections and pick a picture from there. So that's what I did. Once you have the picture, you can use 2 fingers to edit the picture. Sorry. Let's just choose another picture. Okay. So once you have the picture there, you can use 2 fingers to kind of scale it, move it, do however you would like. So I have chosen the cover to my story, so I'm going to click done. And once you do that, your story is right there. So now it's time to actually add the contents from your story. So as you can see, I've gone ahead and I've added the pictures from the story. Just going through and showing you all of those. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the very first picture and show you, once you get ready to add pages, At the very bottom, you see the 3 lines. That is going to be your menu to be able to either delete a page. You see the trash can at the bottom, and next to it, you see a page with a plus sign. That means that you can add a page. The camera means that you can add an existing picture or existing photo, or you can take a picture or record a video at that time. The capital T and lowercase t means that you can add text, and the microphone is for you to add voice. Skip over past the page numbers. That wide black marker looking thing is an eraser. And then you have the black crayon, and that would be what you would use to write or doodle with. And the colors are the colors you have to choose from. So we already have the picture on our page, but I'm going to go ahead and add a page. So I clicked there, I added a page, and as you can see, it went to 2 of 11 when it was 1 of 10 because I have this picture here. So when you get ready to add a picture, just click on the camera at the bottom, and a menu will pop up and it says, do you want to take an existing photo, use an existing photo, or take a picture, use an existing video, or record a video. So I'm just going to use existing photo. And then once again, like for the cover, the picture options will pop up, your photo albums. You'll be able to go look through which section you want to go find your picture. And then when you click on it, the picture will pop up on your page like that. And just like on the cover, if you want to change and resize, you'll have to use 2 fingers and go in and out, and that will change the size of the picture for you. So on this page in the story, specifically, the student said, once upon a time in a candy house, there were 2 fairies. So you see her candy house, you see her 2 fairies. She could choose to either put that in text, or she can use to record her voice. Since this is a longer sentence, I'm going to choose to record my voice so that you can see how it turns out. And then on the next pages, I'll use text. So in order to record your voice, you'll click on the microphone. And then a record button will pop up with a speaker. And so when you click on the red record button, it's going to record exactly what you say, and then you'll hit it again and it will stop recording. It won't tell you that something is in there, that it's recorded. Just know that whatever you recorded in the time you started and stopped it is what's going to be on that page. You'll be able to press the speaker button to hear yourself. So I'm going to try it out. Once upon a time in a candy house, there were 2 fairies. So I've stopped my recording. That recording is now on that page. So I can go to a different page, but as soon as I come back to that page, you should hear my voice. Okay, so that is you could use audio or text, like I said. So students can go through their stories that they create and they can read them themselves or create them themselves, or like I said, we can use text. I'm going to go ahead and delete this slide. So I'm going to hit the trash can at the bottom and yes. Okay, so my next slide, it says in the student's story, their names were Rose and Isabella. So I think I want to type that since it's not too much. So I'm going to type it in. Their names were Rose and Isabella. And then it adds it to the bottom of that page. Their names were Rose and Isabella. And of course, like what you could teach your kids, especially with the conventions of writing, is making sure that whatever they have written, that the picture matches whatever they have written. So we'll go to the next page. And again, remember to add a picture. You'll click on the camera. You can do an existing photo or existing video, or you can take a photo or record a video. You insert it, and then it's on the screen, and you can use your 2 fingers to change the sizes. And then we're going to record this page. So Going to record. Rose couldn't fly because her wings were too small, but Isabella could fly. So I'm going to go back to this page. Their names were Rose and Isabella. And then the next page, you should hear my voice. Okay. Now, on the next page, the next feature that I'm going to show you is like how to draw. So it says, so this part of the story, the student said, so Isabella tried to help Rose. So I'm going to choose to draw some hearts just because I know the girls in kindergarten love hearts and they're always drawing them on their papers. And because this is showing true friendship with Isabella trying to help Rose, the fairy, learn how to fly. So I have a purple heart and a blue heart. Uh-oh, I messed up a little bit on my blue heart, so I'm going to use the eraser, and I'm just going to kind of clean that up at the bottom. All right, now I want a green heart. And an orange heart. Messed up on that. Going to use the eraser. Alrighty, so there you go. So now you're able to take a picture, use an existing picture, take a photo, use an existing photo. You're able to record your voice, and you're also able to draw. So, sorry, eraser. Alrighty, so we're going to go to the next page. Okay, I'm going to have to get off of that. Okay. For this part of the story, Isabella is showing Rose how to make her wings go up and down. So I'm just going to record that with my voice. She showed Rose how to make her wings go up and down. So again, I will click out of this picture. I'll go back to this page. Did you hear my voice? All righty. So then we can go on. All right. Rose kept trying to fly, so I'm going to type that in. Rose kept trying to fly. All righty. So Rose kept trying to fly, and that was illustrated in the picture. I'm going to record. Well, no, I'm going to type this next one as well. Isabella took Rose outside to try again. This one I'm going to record so that I can use some exciting words. So I press the microphone at the bottom. I'm going to hit the red record button. Rose did it. She flew all around. And again, remember, if you click the microphone, the actual speaker button, you can hear your voice before you actually click out of it. So you can see like if you like how it sounds or if you don't. Alrighty. The next page. So Isabella and Rose are both happy. So Isabella and Rose are both happy. Getting closer, closer to the end. It says, all right, they can all fly around their candy house. So I'm going to do a voice for that. Hit the microphone at the bottom. They can fly all over their candy house. I'm going to hit the speaker button so you can see what I'm talking about. All right. And so that's the last picture for the story. But I'm going to go ahead and add a last slide. I'm going to add a slide. And I'm going to add some information about the author without showing name. So I'm going to go existing photo. All righty. So some information about the author, and then I'm going to add some text at the end that says the end. Okay, so we could go back through and we can look at each page one by one. Or you can click the house at the top. That's the home button. You go back to the home button. There's your story. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one that I created to show you how to edit the cover photo. I'm just going to click on delete book. So with parents, and I forgot to mention this is a really good feature. In order for you to delete anything, and this is especially good for teachers, you have to do a 3-finger tap to proceed. That's 3 fingers at the same time, which is probably difficult for some of our kiddos. So once you do that, then it's going to allow you to delete the book. And then it's gone. And I'll delete this one as well. Okay, so then when your students want to share their story, or if you have stories in that you have created for students to read, when your kiddos come to open the app, they'll open it up and all of your stories will be right here. Like this will be the library. And so they click on the story and it's good to go. If you want to autoplay, remember, you can go back here, click on autoplay, and it will autoplay for you. Alrighty, guys. So did you guys have any questions or any comments for me today about the Story Creator app? You can type them in the comment section and we will get those answered as quickly as we can. Alrighty, thank you for joining me today. And if you have any questions after the live broadcast, you can still send those questions to me. My email address is tajones@garlandisd.net. You can follow me on Twitter and send me a direct message at MSKESHJ on Twitter. Thank you so much for joining me today.